our focus has been on the digital technology in terms of that computer security and computer malware. We got to know what are the basic ways by which malware are introduced into the computer. We also got to know how to protect the data, hacking, different types of hacking, etc. Now, in one or two sessions, in the coming sessions, our objective would be to study the emerging computer technology. What are the new technology which are in trend, which are going on right now in India and world? This is very much everybody should be aware of from the point of view that it is required in day-to-day life. It is also simultaneously useful for the purposes of examination, both in the prelims and in the mains. In prelims, the question may come as like a recent development type of question. And in the main, they may come like short note or maybe any objective, sorry, in a long question, you may have to explain. But these areas would primarily are going to be in the form of short note. So what are the technology that we are going to learn? We will get a brief awareness or idea regarding cloud computing. What is the concept of cloud computing? We are going to learn that. We will learn what is blog. What does it mean by distributed computing, artificial intelligence, wearable computing, RFID, wireless technology, and other technology associated with IT. Now, technology is vastly developing in every field, but we will not be able to complete all in one go. So we are first covering the IT, computer technology, and then we will take up other technology forms like nanotechnology, biotechnology. These are also the associated developments of science and technology. So in this series, first let us try to understand what is cloud computing. Cloud computing, this term, in my life, I first got acquainted at around 2007, because before that, I was not very sure that such a thing can exist. But then, actually, it is a very old development. I got to know being in India regarding cloud computing in 2007, but this is a development of 1996. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a type of on-demand computer system availability technology. On-demand computer system availability technology. For example, I have a computer. I need variety of software every time. For example, sometimes I may require Word, sometimes I require a photo editing software, a desktop publishing software. Now imagine if I keep on installing the software and the hardware, okay, which are required for setting up that particular service, then my computer resources may not permit that. To give an example, there is a premier photo editing software which is commonly known to people and are used as is called Adobe Photoshop, manufactured by Adobe Corporation. Suppose you wish to install Adobe software in your PC. The present license version costs around 80,000 rupees. Full version costs around 80,000 rupees. So first you're going to buy that software. Then in order to run that software, although this is hardly 1 GB it takes in the disk, but when the program expands itself, it starts to consume almost like 30% of your RAM. So if you are running a licensed Adobe Photoshop in your computer, you can imagine how much of resources you are going to consume. So people go for cloud services. So what is cloud service? It allows the individual or the business to use a software or a hardware, to use a software or a hardware that are managed by third party at a remote location. मतलब मेरे सिस्टम में उतने फीचर्स नहीं है कि मैं उसको रन कर सकूं, लेकिन वो सॉफ्टवेयर किसी अच्छे सिस्टम में रन होगा, and I am going to connect with that using internet, मैं यहाँ पे जो edit करता जाऊंगा, those kind of edit will be happening at the remote PC or the third party. Do you understand what is cloud computing? Yes or no? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I will presume that you have understood. A common cloud service that most of the time people are using these days is online file storage. WhatsApp, Google, they provide you online file storage facility. That means you can store a file online, your mails, the documents, the PDFs, they're stored. Social networking sites like WhatsApp, Instagram, they provide. So these are a cloud service. Whenever your file size is very high, so you upload it in a server. So it goes into the Google Drive, and then the other person gets a Google Drive link. Clicking on that Google Drive link, he is able to download that. So what is this? This is basically a cloud service. But the cloud service here, over here, is memory. Similarly, you can access data storage space. For example, you are running a website, and your website is such a website which is dynamic in nature. It's not static website. Sorry. I'd like to take some moment to explain you what does it mean by static web page, static website, and what does it mean by dynamic website. A static website is a website where the web pages do not change. They only provide you information. But a dynamic web page will be a web page where you upload information. आप अपना photograph upload करते हो, music, voice, कुछ भी upload करते हो. ये हमेशा बदलता रहता है. Now, tell me, in which type of website you would require more space, static or dynamic? Where will you require more space, static or dynamic?
Dynamic.
Definitely. So for that, in the server, you need a bigger space. That space is called as a data storage space. So you can share data and storage space, you can share network, computer processing power. Like this, you would be able to do over internet. You always don't have to install the software. जैसे कि suppose आप एक MP4 वीडियो फाइल को MP3 ऑडियो फाइल में कन्वर्ट करना चाहते हो, तो अगर आप वैसे यूज करते तो शायद आपको एक सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है MP4 to MP3 converter. But in this case, actually, you don't require. In this case, you can take the help of an online service provider. उसके साइट में आप अपलोड कर लोगे अपना MP4 वीडियो. It will process, and after some time it will give you the MP3 video, MP3 audio as an output. So this is a quick example of how we can use cloud computing. What are the characteristics? Cloud computing has certain characteristics. First of all, it is an on-demand self-service. I have already told you, on-demand means you demand it and you use it. खुद अपने लिए आप यूज करते हो, आपको अपलोड करना है, आपको डाउनलोड करना है. Okay, first. Second, it is a broad net, it gives you broad network access. It allows services to be offered over internet or provide a network. It goes for resource pooling. That means customers draw from a pool of computing resources. आपको पूरा का पूरा सॉफ्टवेयर यूज परचेज करने की जरूरत नहीं है. अब देखो कि मान के चलो कि आप ऐसे हो कि शायद आपको साल में एक बार फोटोशॉप यूज करना पड़ता है. So why will you buy the software? Because 364 days probably you may not be using, one day you'll be using, so better you use it in the cloud, pay some little amount of money and use it. It is self-healing. So in this way, if you have a data loss in your computer, the cloud computing will allow you to restore the data. it will restore or give the data back. So I hope you have understood the characteristics. It has elasticity, means it gives you flexibility. You can do it at a small scale, you can do it as a large scale because you are connected with internet. तो अगर आपको MS ऑफिस, आपके पास 1000 एम्प्लॉई हैं और उनको MS ऑफिस की हमेशा जरूरत नहीं होती, आप उसको क्लाउड के साथ कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते हो and you can give them a PC without MS Office. Have you ever used Google Doc? Anyone has used Google Docs? जैसे Google Doc, Google
Yes, sir.
Excel, huh? Yes or no?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is an example of again a cloud computing. Here you are actually accessing the software that is there in the server of Google and you are getting it done. So this is cloud. What are the service models in a cloud computing? In cloud computing, there are three service models: PaaS, PaaS, EIaaS, IaaS, SaaS. So PaaS, SaaS, IaaS. How you remember? You remember is that Papa, matlab father-in-law, SaaS, and IaaS, matlab मैं. PaaS operating system, PaaS, in PaaS an operating system hardware network are provided and the customer installs or develops its own software and application. Full form of PaaS is called platform as a service. To design a software, suppose you need Java. So I will give you Java. I will give you Android. जैसे आज के समय में आपने देखा होगा बहुत सी यंगस्टर्स वो एंड्रॉयड एप्स डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. तो एंड्रॉयड इज अ फ्रीली अवेलेबल प्लेटफॉर्म. ये प्लेटफॉर्म हर किसी के पास अवेलेबल है जो कि डेवलप करना चाहता है. वन हु वांट्स टू बी अ टेस्टर, वन हु वांट्स टू बी अ डेवलपर, तो वो पास को एक्सेस करते हैं, पास क्लाउडिंग. तो वो प्लेटफॉर्म लेते हैं और उसी प्लेटफॉर्म को अपने रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से मॉडिफाई करते हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज पास. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स for PaaS, we share an operating system or hardware or network. But if we are talking about a specific software, then it is SaaS. In this way, there will be an application given and that application would be used. So application, operating system, hardware and network. These are the components of SaaS. IaaS or infrastructure as a service is a model where you only provide hardware and network. Customer अपने हिसाब से ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉल करता है, सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करता है, एप्लीकेशन यूज करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, नाउ यू आर giving a software which can run on Windows. But suppose there is a customer, there is a user who does not wish to use Windows. वो विंडोज को यूज ही नहीं करना चाहता, तो वो क्यों जबरदस्ती विंडो को यूज करेगा? वो लाइनक्स में कंफर्टेबल है, वो यूनिक्स में कंफर्टेबल है, so he will use that only. So this is IaaS. Any doubt? Shouldn't be any doubt. What are the different forms? It could be public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, hybrid cloud. Let's understand what are they. Public cloud. These are offered over internet, owned and operated by a cloud provider to the public. For example, Gmail or email services, social networking services. When you are using WhatsApp, actually WhatsApp is not your software, it's not your property, you are using that. Every member of the public is using that. So it is a public cloud service. Private cloud service, it is operated by sole organization and is managed by a third party or the organization itself. Example. For example, a software company may be like Accenture wishes कि अपने एम्प्लॉइज के बीच में वो एक सॉफ्टवेयर को शेयर करे. जैसे कि like for example daily activity reporting systems, Daily activity reporting systems like what time you log in, what time you log out, between the login and log out, what do you do, ये सारा आता है डेली एक्टिविटी रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम में. तो ये कंपनी से कंपनी तो अलग होगा ना, लेकिन आपके कंपनी के जितने भी एम्प्लॉइज हैं सब उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. So this is called as a private cloud. Private cloud resources are used to create a private cloud that is called as a virtual private cloud. What is a community cloud? This is a system or service shared by several organizations only to these groups. We have different other types of community except employed people. We have NGOs, we have variety of people who work in the field. We have UNICEF, United Nations. Hybrid cloud is a combination of all. यहाँ पे रिसोर्स को पूल किया जाता है. वेरियस जो पहले तुमने पढ़ा, द थ्री फॉर्म्स, द पब्लिक क्लाउड, द प्राइवेट क्लाउड, सो द टेक्निक्स आर बीइंग मर्ज्ड हियर. इसको कंबाइन किया जाता है. नाउ लेट अस सी द बेनिफिट्स. व्हाई क्लाउड सर्विस इज पॉपुलर? फर्स्ट, कॉस्ट रिडक्शन. ये खर्चा कमा देता है. नॉट ओनली दैट, you always don't have to own the software, you don't have to own the hardware, you don't have to own the complete network, you don't have to invest in the IT infrastructure. आपको हार्डवेयर और सॉफ्टवेयर को परचेज करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. पूरा का पूरा cloud provider that have specialized in particular area such as email can bring advanced services in a single company. For example, today if you see the Google primarily became popular as a software, as a browser, is it not? Google pehle kaise popular hua? As a browser, isn't it? Then after that, it started to introduce Gmail, the mailing service, which gradually became popular because it was providing the highest amount of server space. आपको मेल को डिलीट करना नहीं पड़ता. Ordinarily, आपका जो Gmail account है उसमें you may have minimum 10 to 15,000 mails. 10 से 15,000 या उससे ज्यादा मेल रह सकता है फ्री अकाउंट में. I'm not talking about paid account. So that's why it became popular. Today you see Google. If you see today Google, under this Gmail, which is the most importantly used service, it is providing so many other types of services. Yes or no? Have you seen this? These 9 dots?
Yes, sir.
So you see My Business, Map, YouTube, Play Store, News, Mailing, Meeting, Contract Keeping, Phone Book Keeping, Google Drive Storage, Calendar, Translational Services, Duo, Photo, Shopping. Then it provides you all these document processing softwares, office softwares like Docs, which is like MS Word, Sheet, which is like Excel, Slide, which is like PPT. You have books there, you have Blogger there, you have Hangout, which is a kind of conference platform, you have Jamboard for music. So many forms are available today. So these all services are provided because the Google is able to maintain a very good cloud service. So that is the benefit that a single company can combine. क्या तुम्हें लगता है कि ये सारा का सारा खुद गूगल ने डेवलप किया है इतने सारे प्रोडक्ट्स को? नहीं. यूट्यूब उसने डेवलप नहीं किया था, ऑर्कुट उसने डेवलप नहीं किया था. दे acquired and they can become a service provider. Have you understood point 2? Third benefit of cloud computing is that it allows organization to free up resources to focus on innovation and product development. अगर आपका पैसे का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अक्वायर करने में चला जाता है, सिर्फ कंप्यूटर अक्वायर करने में चला जाता है, where is the fun? How is it going to help you? So it is a requirement that you save money for innovation. Scientist को पैसे दो, development organization को पैसे दो. Cloud computing also provides a scalability. मतलब आप suppose let's give an example. Suppose there is an antivirus. An antivirus generally comes with a license. The common format of license is how many user, how many PC, how many users, and how many PC. So it will be like one user, one PC type. But if you provide internet based, imagine if you provide a cloud antivirus system, cloud internet security system, मेरे पास अगर 100 पीसी हैं, अगर मैं एंटीवायरस हर पीसी के लिए एक एक करके खरीदूंगा और एक का 1,000 रुपए गिरता है, तो 1 lakh rupees only I spend on the antivirus. But when I go for cloud, I can get the service for all 100,000, 10,000, 50,000, whatever number of PCs I have. So first feature is scalability. Second feature is reliability. Now, अगर आपके सॉफ्टवेयर में प्रॉब्लम आता है, तो तुम क्या करोगे? You will contact the server software developer और उसको बोलोगे कि भाई यहाँ पे ये प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, आप थोड़ा उसको चेक कीजिए. वो करेगा और आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेगा. बट व्हेन यू आर यूजिंग क्लाउड, उसी सॉफ्टवेयर को एक साथ हजार हजार लोग यूज करते होंगे. तो व्हेन दे वुड बी यूजिंग एंड किसी एक को you get any kind of information, any kind of signal, so you become conscious. Okay, you can take care of it. So this is called reliability. And what is efficiency? You can free up your resources for innovation and product development. Cloud computing will be able to make more flexible IT acquisition and improvement. It helps in adjustment to the procedures based on the sensitivity of the data. आप चाहो तो क्लाउड को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, क्या, कितना, ये सब. ओके, जैसे कि पूरा का पूरा फीचर. अच्छा, मैं एक चीज बताओ, आप सबने एमएस वर्ड तो यूज किया होगा, हर किसी ने कंप्यूटर में.
Yes, sir.
तो क्या आप पूरा का पूरा एमएस वर्ड यूज करते हो? मतलब उसमें जितने फीचर्स हैं, जितने बटन्स हैं, जितने आइकॉन्स हैं, सब यूज करते हो? नहीं.
No, sir.
We use hardly 20%, 10%, 30% of the software. 30% is also a very big number, very big amount. बाकी जो 70% का आपने फीचर इंस्टॉल करके रखा है, उसका क्या फायदा? What's the utility? It is consuming your memory, it is consuming your RAM. Better, आपको जितना फीचर चाहिए वही ले लो and run. जब आपको नया चाहिए रहेगा, ask. And newer feature from different collaborators can be collaborated here. It also encourages open standards for cloud computing and security features. क्योंकि अभी आप क्या कर रहे हो, when you are going for cloud computing, नेटवर्क के ऊपर बहुत सारा डेटा ट्रांसफर हो रहा है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह. So security matters, internet security matters. So this helps actually. Okay, personal information may be better protected in a cloud. अगर आपके पास क्लाउड है, तो पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन को आप बेटर प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हो, क्योंकि जिस कंपनी में आप रखते हो उसके साथ आप अग्रीमेंट्स करते हो, प्राइवेसी प्रोटेक्शन. तो दे ट्राई देयर लेवल बेस्ट कि आपके डेटा को एक्सेस करके वो तकलीफ में ना जाए. इंफॉर्मेशन क्लाउड, इंफॉर्मेशन इन द क्लाउड इज नॉट इजीली लॉस्ट. तुम्हारा पेन ड्राइव खराब हो गया, तो उसमें जितना भी डेटा था गया. पर अगर आपने गूगल ड्राइव में स्टोर करके रखा है, तो यू कैन डाउनलोड फ्रॉम देयर. अब ऐसा बहुत ही रेयर चांसेस है कि गूगल का जो सर्वर आपको उसने एलोकेट किया है स्पेस, वो टूट जाएगा. वैसे नहीं होता ना. लाइक दे विल टेक केयर मच बिफोर इट. इट्स अ बिग कॉर्पोरेट, वो एक कंपनी है. सो इट इज मच 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 सिक्योर देन द इंडिविजुअल सॉफ्टवेयर security. These are the advantages. Now, not all are green, there are disadvantages. First of all, data. तो जब आप इंटरनेट में डेटा को ट्रैवल करवाते हो फॉर क्लाउड, इट गेट्स स्टोर्ड इन रिमोट लोकेशन. क्लियर? All this may increase the amount of exposure to accidental and deliberate breach of security. तो अगर कोई अटैक करना चाहे, अगर वो तुम्हारे क्लाउड के ऊपर अटैक करता है तो तुम्हारे रिसोर्सेस को वो हड़प लेगा. दे कैन इंटेंशनली डू दैट बाय फ्रॉडुलेंट एक्टिविटी. तुम वो देख रहे हैं कि तुम्हारा मेल, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल तुम्हारे मेल को, इट कैन बी डन, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज बॉम्ब्स, स्पैमिंग बॉम्ब्स. तो मिलियंस एंड मिलियंस ऑफ मेल छोड़ दिया गया. तो आप हर किसी का जो भी था, क्या बोलते हो उसे, लाइक मेल बॉक्स, दैट इज नाउ फुल. अब आपके पास इतना टाइम भी नहीं है कि आप अपना मेल बॉक्स क्लियर करोगे ढूंढ ढूंढ के, कोड़ा का दरकार नहीं. इट्स गोइंग टू टेक आवर्स एंड आवर्स. सो आपने क्या डिसाइड किया, चलो और थोड़ा स्पेस खरीद लेते हैं. And then there is some other company apart from the mailing service provider who tries to give you space. तो अगर आप उसके साइट में सेव करते हो तो वो गूगल के साइट में नहीं रहा, वो किसी और के साइट में चला गया. गूगल क्या बोलेगा, बोलेगा कि नाउ यू आर मूविंग आउट ऑफ गूगल, यू आर गेटिंग इनटू अ थर्ड पार्टी सर्विस प्रोवाइडर. डू यू अग्री? तुम थोड़ी ना इतना देखते हो. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree means you are ready to take the liability. तो अगर वहां पे तुम्हारा डेटा चोरी हो जाता है किसी थर्ड पार्टी के पास, Google is not answerable. Do you understand? Cloud computing lead to a function creep. What do you mean by function creep? The data by the cloud providers that were not anticipated when the information was originally collected and for which consent has not been obtained. So, function creep is a phase जब आप को ये पता नहीं चलता कि डेटा का क्या करना है, डेटा थोड़ा स्लो मूव करता है. क्लाउड सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स गोज इनटू फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस. अगर एक क्लाउड सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है जो कि आपको वेबसाइट होस्ट करके दे रहा है, अगर उनका पैसा नहीं रहता, वो अपने कंपनी को बंद करेंगे, सो दैट विल कोलैप्स. और उनका जो हार्डवेयर है अगर वो बार बार फेलियर हो जाता है तो दैट विल कोलैप्स. Okay, now you see that there are nowadays people are using a lot of conferences. For conferences they use this kind of software like gotomeeting.com or maybe allconference.com or Zoom like I am using. इसमें से बहुत से फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर है, ठीक है, फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर है कि नहीं है. तो मुझे एक चीज बताओ कि ये फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर कैसे मेंटेन करते हैं अपना सर्वर, कैसे करते हैं. दे प्रोवाइड यू रेस्ट्रिक्शन कि आपको ये डॉक्यूमेंट मिलने के बाद whatever you are getting, you are restricted in certain way, you are stopped. Any doubt with cloud computing anyone has got? Abhishek, Ipsita, Kiranmay, if you have any doubt tell me, otherwise say no so that I can move.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. The next feature is called as a blog. Blog full form actually is weblog, shortly called blog, created by John Barger 1997. It is a process of creating, maintaining, writing, adding content to a blog known as blogging. A person who does it is called as a blogger. Here is the blogger of Google. It's available. The blog is a platform to express opinion. Blog is where people tell what they feel. It is a part of website, but it is maintained by individual with regular entry. मतलब अगर तुम एक वेबसाइट को जाते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल wikipedia.com, और सॉरी इट्स नॉट .com, इट इज एन org कंपनी, विकिपीडिया org. तो इन दैट वेबसाइट जो भी लिखा हुआ है, किसने लिखा है, कंपनी ने लिखा है. हाउ इज विकिपीडिया रिटन? डोंट नो. विकिपीडिया इज रिटन बाय पीपल लाइक यू एंड आई. आप और मेरी तरह अलग अलग लोग, जब उन्होंने इंफॉर्मेशन लिखा, जो वेबसाइट बना वो है विकिपीडिया. सो हियर इंडिविजुअल कंट्रीब्यूशंस have completed or growing the website. उसी तरह ब्लॉग में जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट रहेंगे वो एक पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक के ऊपर वो लिखते रहेंगे एंड दैट विल बी गेटिंग मेंटेन्ड. Important aspect of the blog is that the reader can leave a comment on the topic and share the thoughts, जो कि दूसरे वेबसाइट में नहीं हो सकता unless you cannot openly do that. For example, website will give you an option, contact us, please mail us, give us your feedback. तो तुमने जो फीडबैक दिया वो थोड़े ना उनको पता मतलब दूसरों को पता चलता है. So this is blog. Blog generally has textual form, but today after HTML5 we can have images, video, link. All these things can be found in the blog. Clear? Blogs are generally arranged in reverse chronological order, okay, and can be viewed in HTML browser. Reverse chronology मतलब उल्टा समय में. What is the normal chronology? Last thing first. सबुटपूर्ण, उसके बाद ताबुटपूर्ण, ताबुटपूर्ण, like that. But reverse chronology would be last one first. पहले पूरा last. इसी तरह blogs run करता है. Common type, personal blog is just like maintaining an online diary. The individual records daily event, daily article, feeling, thought. Media blog. These contain sketches known as sketch blog. They may contain video called as blog. They may contain photograph called as photo blog. हर स्टोरी में ये ऐड होता रहता है. Corporate blog, this is known and maintained by a business or a corporate. Clear? Where the company markets and advertises their product. I hope blog concept is clear to all of you. Any doubt? No doubt. Then comes wearable computing. Wearable computing, what is it? So Abhishek, kindly read it. I will explain. If you're available, if you're not available, tell me.
Wearable technology or wearable
Gadget.
is a term. Gadget is a term that refers to computer-powered device that can be worn by a user, including clothing, watches, glasses, and
Similar items. A very common wearable device that people right now use is the smartwatch. In this smartwatch, you can know who's calling, you can activate music, different type of applications, etc. Similarly, people have wearable glasses. Glass में ही computer रहता है. These devices, पढ़ो.
these devices these devices can provide very specific and limited features like heart rate monitoring and pedometer capabilities to advanced smart functions and features like sensors to take photos and synchronize with smartphones or smartwatches.
तो ये wearable devices और wearable computer इतने एडवांस नहीं हुए हैं आज का. मतलब एडवांस क्यों नहीं है, लेकिन वो एडवांस फीचर लोगों के पास कमर्शियली अवेलेबल नहीं है. तो लोगों के पास जो फीचर अवेलेबल है वहां पे क्या करते हैं, दे यूज स्पेसिफिक पर्पसेस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आप अभी जॉगिंग कर रहे हो, आपने कितना स्टेप जॉगिंग किया, कितना किलोमीटर रन किया, तो वो मेजर करता रहेगा डिवाइस, और मेजर करने के बाद वो आपको दिखा देगा ऑन योर स्मार्टफोन एप्लीकेशन. तो कॉमनली जो अभी फीचर्स अवेलेबल हैं इस फॉर्म ऑफ कंप्यूटिंग, these are not high end or sophisticated, available to the common people. Such advanced wearable computing devices.
Such advanced wearable computing devices can enable the wearer to take and view pictures or videos, read text messages and emails, respond to voice command, browse the web, and so on.
I hope you are clear.
Yes.
They are meant for very, very specific purposes. Google Glasses, Apple iWatch are very common examples of this. I hope all of you would have seen Google Glasses, at least a photograph.
So Apple iWatch I haven't seen.
Hmm. Google has developed many products in this category actually. Google Glasses is a kind of computer to be, hmm, it's a smart wearable device. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So basically, this is a computing system. What you see here is actually going to be adjusted as per your eyesight, and you can see everything that you find on a piece of, okay, on a piece of computer, that it will be visible here. So on the go, you would be able to do computing. Clear? So this is one. Then Apple iWatch, have you seen?
No, sir.
Similar, quite similar. These are Apple iWatches. Yes. So now we are using this. The modified forms are available for other users also. Okay. So these are wearable devices. Next, distributed computing. What is distributed computing? Abhishek?
A distributed computing system is configuration which consists of many independent computer system which may be geographically far apart, interconnected by a communication network, and in
Just a
and in
moment, just a
which
moment. I was checking how much time I may require. Yeah, continue. Hmm. So distributed computing is a computing system and is a configuration which consists of many independent computer systems geographically located far from each other. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल आपके पास एक प्रोसेस चल रहा है, उसमें जो आउटपुट है उसको स्टोर करने के लिए आपको 30 टेराबाइट डेटा चाहिए, 30 terabyte data space चाहिए, space you require. Now the question here is that would you be able to, you know, have 30 terabyte disks? अगर नहीं है तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड कंप्यूटिंग में आप क्या कर सकते हो, कंप्यूटर विल गेट इंटरकनेक्टेड शेयरिंग देयर हार्ड ड्राइव. यू रिमेंबर दिस बिग बैंग एक्सपेरिमेंट? बिग बैंग एक्सपेरिमेंट में जितने भी सुपर कंप्यूटर्स थे उनको इसी तरह के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड कंप्यूटिंग नेटवर्क में जोड़ा गया था. एडवांटेज, एक प्रोसेस को अलग अलग कंप्यूटर अलग अलग जगह पे एक साथ करते हैं. They work cooperatively. This reduces time of processing, and there are multiple other benefits like, first of all, resources would be shared. They may use cooperating working software or groupware. Price performance ratio is better. In distributed computing system, it provides shorter response time because now your RAM is the RAM combining all these computers. Clear? Multiplicity of the storage devices is also achieved, and memory information can be divided across the systems. It is possible to extend the power. अगर आपके पास और ज्यादा कंप्यूटर आ रहे हैं, सिस्टम्स आ रहे हैं, तो आप उनको एडिशनल रिसोर्सेस की तरह ऐड करते जा सकते हो. So this is distribution or distributed computing. I hope you have gone through and understood some of the emerging technologies that are there. In some other session, I will take up even further, hopefully tomorrow. Goodbye, all of you.